Welcome back to another episode. And guys, the time has finally come. We are going to talk about Justice League. Joss Whedon's cut of the Justice League. Now, obviously we know in 2 days' time, Zack Snyder will present his version of Justice League on HBO Max. Extremely excited. Early reviews are already out saying that it is fantastic. And I have high hopes for this movie. I really do. But let's talk about this one. Let's talk about the 2017 Justice League. We're not going to get into too many details about all behind the scenes things with this film. We know that, Zack Snyder started with this film. Joss Whedon came in and had to finish this film and change a lot of things around. Now, obviously, with the Snyder Cut, we're looking at, about 4 hours, I think they're saying the film clocks in at. With Whedon's, just a hair. I'm talking a hair, guys. Under 2 hours. Now, I've said before in other videos when I've brought this movie up that I enjoy this film quite a bit. And it stays true. I really, I saw it in the theaters, watched it again, when I got the Steelbook. But to me, it's still a good film. All behind the scenes things, not even talking about any of that. To me, it's still a good film. I enjoy it just for the film alone. That's what I'm basing this on, this review. It's just the film in general. Nothing, no behind the scenes things, nothing like that. Everybody's already, I'm staying far away from any, talking about any of that stuff. That is beyond me to talk about. I'm just talking about what I saw on film. Now, yeah, is it a perfect film? No, it's not a perfect film. It's very hard to find an absolute, at least for me, an absolute perfect film. Now, there are some that come pretty darn close, guys. I'm talking like, 9.9 out of 10 or 10s. But even films that are 10s, you can always still kind of find something, just a little bit that might be off. But with this film, my initial reaction was I enjoyed it a lot. A chance to see these characters come to life on the big screen. Yeah, obviously we had seen Batman numerous times. We had seen Superman numerous times. This is our second outing of seeing, Gal Gadot as third, because I believe Wonder Woman, the first Wonder Woman film came out. So this would have been our third film, really getting a chance to see her as Wonder Woman. So she's still, relatively fresh, seeing that character on screen. But still fantastic. Seeing Flash on the big screen for the first time. Seeing Cyborg on the screen for the very first time. Obviously their scenes, especially Cyborg, his scenes were cut down quite a bit from what, we're kind of leaning towards finding out with the Snyder Cut. But still, I enjoy it. Yes, there are differences, like, from the beginning of the film to the end of the film. Tones of the film definitely change. But it's still enjoyable. It really is. Some of the humor can fall a little flat at times, but some of the humor is really good. Flash has some really good one-liners. There's a scene towards the end of the film, after Cyborg and Superman have to, are breaking the mother box, apart into three. I thought it was funny. I chuckled. I had a little bit of fun with it. I think Jason Momoa is fantastic. There's another one, seeing Aquaman on the screen for the first time. Momoa is fantastic as Aquaman. Nobody's going to change my mind on that. I think he fits the bill perfectly for that character. A character that has just been ridiculed and made fun of throughout, comics for the longest time by fans. But to see him be able to portray that character and bring it life, which he was able to continue, in the Aquaman film, it's fantastic. It's a fantastic, opportunity to see these characters. And I think that's really, for me, what it is it's a chance to see these characters on the big screen, united. I love the animated Justice League series from Cartoon Network. I've said that before. And to see it come to life is it's a very important thing to me. That's why with the Snyder Cut, a lot of people had their feelings of why they wanted the Snyder Cut made. It was because of they didn't like what was on screen. With this film, To me, it's just a chance to see almost a brand new film, 4 hours, of footage, basically, have a chance to see these characters, these actors and actresses portraying these characters once again. The film starts off incredibly beautiful looking. It's shot beautifully. We have this criminal who is just, stolen some items. Batman swoops in. Affleck is fantastic as Batman. He's one of my favorite actors as Batman, and he does a really good job. It looks good. Like, I've seen some people say it looks a little too cartoony, like, or too TV show like, but I think it fits really, really well for this film. How they unite. That's the one that if anything, I would like to have seen maybe one other film with them all like kind of coming together. But I understand this was DC trying to really play catch up, basically, to the MCU. But how they introduced these characters, I think, fit well. I would have liked to have seen more with Cyborg. How of him coming in, but considering trying to cut this down and do it. Here's Snyder doing 4 hours, and this was under 2 hours, a little under 2 hours. I mean, that's a lot. That's a lot to unite this team, introduce Flash, Cyborg, Aquaman, in that that minimal amount of time. That's a lot. That's a lot to do. So I think what they do comes off well enough with the time restraint that they have. Steppenwolf, he's a good villain for this film, but Darkseid, obviously, he's the big baddie. There's no question about that. But I think the action scenes in this are good. They are well done. Wonder Woman kicking butt against Steppenwolf. Flash has that scene with him, when, kind of like slow motion with him just like pointing towards the, Wonder Woman's sword and going back into her hand. Again, there's another scene that happens right after that, which I'm not touching upon it. I'm not getting into any of that. Bringing Aquaman, the whole shot when Bruce Wayne first goes to find Aquaman, that's a beautiful looking shot. Just as like scenery. I believe it's. I might be wrong, guys. It's either like Sweden or Norway. It's a Norwegian, village basically, and it looks good. I mean, it's shot really, really well. What about when they bring Superman back? Now that's something that I would like to see more of Superman in this film. He's only in the film for maybe 10 minutes total. I mean, he's not in it a lot. Obviously we have the whole controversy, with the them removing the mustache off of Henry Cavill. But I just, it's kind of goofy looking, but I try to look past that. I'm just enjoying the film for what it is. And once you have like Amy Adams on the screen with him, the chemistry's just there again, just like it was in Man of Steel and BVS. The chemistry between those two is undeniable, and Henry Cavill, once he's suited up as Superman, he delivers once again. I really enjoy him as Superman. Towards the end credits, there's extra credits that are at the end. You have the whole race with Flash and Superman. I like that. I like the whole Flash. Him like not knowing which direction to run, but he runs to save the Russian villagers in their truck that are trying to get away. And I also like the fact that when he's doing that, you see Superman coming into the screen. He's just carrying an entire building. I've heard people say that's unrealistic. You could, that building would just fall. It's a movie, guys. It's a movie. If you really, I've seen people just nitpick the littlest things with this film, and to me, I just want to be enjoyed. I want to enjoy a film and have a good time and find it enjoyable. I'm not there to nitpick every little detail. If there's something that's really, really bad, I'll mention it. But I'm not there to pick apart every little thing. And, again, I might get some hate for that with this film. But in my opinion, again, everybody can have their opinion. It absolutely does not matter. Opinion, feel free. You say it's a 1 out of 10. For me, I enjoy this. I'd say, to me, it's a 9 out of 10 because I have a good time with it, and that's the most important thing. I sat there for 2 hours the other day. I watched this, and I was not bored one bit. I tried to, again, because seeing and hearing all the negative backlash against this, I went in trying to really just try to pick it apart, try to find all these things that people pick apart here and there. I enjoy it. I can't, I'm not going to deny it that I enjoy this film a lot. There's a good chance that the Snyder Cut is going to be a 10 out of 10 for me. There's a really good chance of that. I think, my initial thoughts, do I think the Snyder Cut's going to be a better film than this? Honestly, yes. I do believe that it's going to be a better film than this. But for me, if that's the initial vision of what this was supposed to be, then to me, that's the original Justice League right there. To me, this is then this pretty much makes this like a 1.5. Like an Elseworlds thing, basically. What would happen if this happened instead? But it's good. The fight scene, when they wake Superman up for the first time, and he's just pissed off. He is angry, completely angry. And then the reaction in their faces, like, oh, he kind of remembers. And then and Aquaman's like, no, there's something not right with him. There's something definitely off. And, that's pretty good as well. I like it a lot. And then with him lifting Batman into the air, but once he sees Lois, kind of just like tosses Batman away like he's garbage. But it's a lot of fun. It really is. If you're not, if you're a diehard comic book fan, I can understand why people would probably try to pick this apart. But for me, basically, when it comes to the Justice League, I'm primarily just more accustomed to the animated series, also Challenge of the Super Friends, and that's about it, guys. I mean, I've read some Justice League comics, but not a lot, so I just have fun with it. That's all. I'm not here to pick apart the mythos of the characters or anything like that. I'm just enjoy what I see on film, and for 2 hours, I can kick back, relax, and I can watch this. And yeah, I mean, now that I've seen it again, the third time, it holds it. I love it. I absolutely, I will say, I'll be right there. I love this film. I really do. And I think the Snyder Cut still is going to be a better film. But for me right now, this is still really good, guys. But the Snyder Cut is going to be here in 2 days. I can't believe it after everything. After, all the petitions, people just trying to get this made. People saying, oh, it doesn't exist, to it does exist, back to it doesn't exist. It's crazy. I mean, this is a crazy time for cinema. It really is. It absolutely is. This could be the start of something, like I was saying in my, my Snyder Cut video I made about, a few weeks ago. This could be the start of something really crazy. If this holds true and does good, maybe we'll get more Snyder DC films. Maybe we'll see other directors go back and revisit films that, and get that vision made that they really want to see in the first place. Who knows? It could definitely happen. It could absolutely happen. Never say never. And guys, again, if you've only seen this once and you didn't enjoy it, if you have HBO Max, and you have a chance to go, just do yourself a favor, just watch it again. But just try to have an open mind with it more, just try to have fun with it. That's really what you have to do. Just try to have fun with this. And don't try to read too much. Guys, it's a comic book movie. It's a superhero film. Just try to have fun with it. That's all. But guys, like I said, 2 more days to the Snyder Cut. I'll be back here. As soon as I'm done watching that, I will be back here making a video about that. And I can't wait. So guys, like, subscribe, and comment if you get the chance. Have a great night, and I'll see you in another video. Take care.